Lysandre Labs is one of the most unique places to shiny hunt in Pokemon Legends ZA because it relies on you teleporting to different spots in order to find shiny Pokemon. However, it can get a bit confusing with all those teleports. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to 100% shiny hunt all the Pokemon in Lysandre Labs. So if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's get you your shiny Pokemon. Lysandre Labs is unlocked during main mission 35, and it's going to be at this specific location over here at the Lysandre Cafe. All you have to do is just enter into the cafe and go downstairs, and you're in the labs. The Pokemon we'll be hunting in the zone are Houndour, Houndoom, Beldum, Metang, Ekans, Arbok, Electrike, Manetrik, Honedge, Doublade, and Noivern. Since Beldum is unique to this area, let's tell you how it evolves. Beldum evolves into Metang at level 20, and Metang evolves into Metagross at level 45, and Metagross has a Mega Evolution, and the shiny Mega Evolution looks so good. The base shiny odds here are 1 out of 4,096, while the shiny odds with the shiny charm are 1 out of 1,024.38. Alright gamers, welcome to Lysandre Labs. Now, Lysandre Labs is an interesting place that could be easy or hard depending on how you go about it to get shiny Pokemon down here. Now, for this, the method is really going to be fast traveling around using these teleports that land us in various different spots that have various different Pokemon that show up around each of the different spots. The first one I'm going to be talking to you about is going to be our Honedge and our Doublades. So for this one, it's going to be pretty simple. You take this teleporter and it's going to bring you all the way to this back room. Now, if you don't have this back room unlocked, it's probably because you never came here and turned on this power. You need to do that in order to get this teleporter. Now, in this back room, you can see that there is going to be a Doublade in front of us. There's also Honedges in this area, but notice that we have to go up in order to cause them to spawn in. There we go. They've now spawned in. However, if you notice, we go back on the teleporter and then we go back again. You don't get to see the Honedges. So what is the solution for this? Well, this is what you do instead. You're going to walk up to the wall like this. You see how they just spawned in? The other one should definitely be spawned in as well. And we're going to now fast travel back instead of running back and despawning them. By doing this, now check this out. Boom. And guess what's going to be in front of us? There it is. The Honedges. We don't even have to walk up for them. They are there already. So check this out. I'm going to go back and forth just to see that it's working. There it is. And I think the other one's on the left. Like, we can't see him, but he's definitely on the left. He's not spawning in. There he is. So what you want to do is now, at this point, consistently keep going back and forth with the teleport over and over again by spamming A. Of course, while we are spamming A, I do want to mention that we do have an 8-bit do controller where you can macro the A button over and over again. I'll link this down in the description below, and people have used this for almost every shiny hunting method that we have talked about in every video. We've sold over 2,000 of them. I don't know if they're going to sell out anytime soon, so I'll drop that in the description below. That controller is pretty powerful for a lot of stuff. Anyway, minus all that, pretty much you're going to do this over and over again until you get your shiny, and then you can check it out. Now, remember, if for some reason you're not hearing them, you have to listen to the cry. If you're ever stuck on what a Pokemon cry sounds like, open up your Pokédex with the sounds, of course, like set on to that specifically, and then you're going to listen to what the sounds like. So you could trigger the motion, train your ear to it. When you're doing the teleport method, just like this, you should hear something like that. Just listen. Oh, look at that. We have a shiny already. So the Doublade already showed up as shiny. And if you want to make sure those other guys are spawning, look, I'm in the back. I haven't moved up to the spawn. So they're all spawning in. Even if you don't see them, they are spawning. So it's a duplicate. I'm just going to go real sneaky. There's a Doublade. Use my Dust Ball. Boom. I know that wasn't the best Pokeball, but it works, guys. It works. And that's pretty much how you're going to focus down that specific Pokemon. Now, I want to point out, besides you going for the Doublade or going for the Honedge, there are also other Pokemon that are spawning while you're doing this. For example, if we go over here on the left, every single time that you are shiny hunting and going back on the teleporter, you're also having a chance at this Noivern spawning. So you're not only shiny hunting the Doublade and the Honedge, but you're also shiny hunting the Noivern at the exact same time in this area right over here, which is really, really cool. I want to point out the next shiny hunting spot. And by the way, stick to the end of the video because I'm going to show you something that was discovered in Japan that's very crazy to spawn a lot of Pokemon, but it's a little more extra steps and I don't want to go to that one right away. The next hunt we'll be going for is the Beldum and the Metang. Now, how do we get these Pokemon to show up? Well, it's exactly the same thinking and technique of having them spawn. So from this point right over here, right, let me just show you visually and then I'll do it for you. We're going to go to the left just like this. Then we're going to go inside of this room over here. And then we're going to go up here, spawn them in, and then we're going to teleport all the way back home. All right, so follow along. So from the main spot, we're going to go here, past this Noivern, past these Pokemon here, get past the Houndoom, and then you're going to make these 2 Pokemon. Oh, there's one that spawned. Okay, both of them have now officially spawned. Now that you have them both spawned, you're then going to travel back to Lysandre Lab's entrance, because that's how it works in this game. You guys seen it firsthand with the first Pokemon we did in the first example. So from here, we're now going to go all the way over here, like this, and then we're going to take this teleport. Now, the key thing to listen to is if you hear the Beldum noises or the Metang noises. So now you're going to have to listen. If you successfully have done it correctly, you'll hear that in the background. And if you're having a very difficult time having those Pokemon sounds show up, well, in that case, I'm going to tell you another suggestion. Well, you can simply just go to this room over here on the way to them and take out these Pokemon. Take out anything else that makes noises for you. So we're going to take these guys out here. Goodbye, Houndooms. Okay, they're all both dead. And then we're also going to go down here and get rid of any other sounds. So take out this Electrike here. And we're going to go take out that Manetrik. All right, they're all dead. And now I'm going to go back here and make sure these Beldums have spawned in. There they are. Great, the Beldums have spawned in, and now I'm going to go back to Lysandre Lab's entrance, right? So the only sounds we should be hearing should be the Beldum and the Metang. So let me get quickly past here before other Pokemon start respawning within a minute. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're going to teleport. Now listen very closely to the sound. Right there. There's your cue. We can hear them? You're good. So once you hear them, then you can just go ahead and teleport back and forth between these 2 locations here. So right over here on your map, we're going from this teleporter and we're teleporting to this room over here consistently. So you're hunting a Houndoom at the exact same time that you're hunting down a Beldum or a Metang. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Consistently do this over and over and over again. And then once you're ready to go ahead and check if you got a shiny, it's going to be pretty simple. You're just going to simply go back to where this Houndoom is, and then run your way back, all the way back here. So we're going from the orange section. Walk past this. This room's still empty because they haven't respawned. And then you're just going to check left and see if there's a shiny. There is one Beldum here. The other one's in the back. Nope, no shiny. And if you do this correctly, you'll end up with a shiny just like this. Ain't no way that just happened. Wait. No way.
Yeah.
Amazing. Come on, Premier Ball. Got it! Yes! All right, now let's talk about how you can grab yourself an alpha shiny Arbok as well as some shiny Ekans that show up in this area. Specifically, right at the beginning of the zone, if we go a little forward up here, this is going to be the room where an alpha Arbok is going to spawn along with 2 Ekans. Now check this out. We're going to go take the first teleporter all the way over here, just like this. And then we're going to just run through all these Pokemon, just like this. Pretty simple, right? And we're going to be focusing on getting the Arbok and Ekans to spawn. So there we go. There's our Arbok. Okay, great. We got him to spawn. Pretty cool. And I'm just going to go to this corner and done. And then I'm going to go to the Lysandre Labs entrance because you know how to do that trick now because you watched the first part of the video and you didn't skip around. And that's it. So now check this out, right? I'm going to go to the teleporter. And you hear that? I'm going to now open up my Pokédex. Check this out. And then we're going to go down to Arbok. And we're going to listen to the sounds they make. Heard that? So we have something pretty similar to what is happening here. So now, by us teleporting over and over again, we are actually refreshing the spawns of the Arbok and the Ekans, so we have a chance of having those be shiny by doing that. We are building closer and closer to the method I'm going to show you at the end to do a lot of spawns at the same time, so think about it. But right now, I just want to focus specifically on these spawns. Now, here is the third method to get Arbok to spawn. So we're going to do the exact same thing we talked about earlier, but it's not going to cover all the Arbok and all the Ekans together. It's going to be specifically one Arbok and one Ekans. But what you want to do is take that first teleporter and you're going to follow me all the way to the exact same room where we found them, right? So we're going to do this. Just like this. And I'm just going to go all the way here in this room. Okay, so quickly just pay attention to the level of the... I don't want to get caught, but let's just quickly... Okay, so 59 female, right? We're gonna then go and take this teleporter. So I am taking the teleporter in this room right over here, okay? I'm then gonna teleport away. And as I teleport away, you can see, look, it's still kind of activated on that Ekans that saw us. See that green bar? So the Ekans is right over there. Now, in order to despawn fully, you can go back up a little bit over here like this. And then we can go back and tap this teleporter again. And it's gonna bring us right over to this spot here. And see that Ekans that just came back, so he's not despawning, but this will be a new one. That's 60 male now. So we can just go ahead and do that over and over again if you want to just specifically target the alpha and the further one in the back. You can pretty much just head to this corner right over here and you already reset the Arbok. So we're going to go back. So it was 60 male last time. Walk back into the room just like, and now it is a 60 female. So congratulations. You now know all 3 methods of getting an Arbok to spawn into the game. So now let's talk about how you can get yourself a shiny Manetrik and its pre-evolution Electrike in this game. All right, so from the main entrance, we're going to go ahead and make a left turn here. Past this Noivern. Hello, Noivern. We're going to go through all these Houndooms in this room. Skip that. So we are now over here on the map. We're going to go straight. Just like this. And you're going to see that there is a 48 female here and a level 50 female. We're going to go around these guys here. And we're going to go onto this teleporter right over here, which is going to teleport us to this side. So what I like to call this specifically is our spawn for this Pokemon. So the Manetrik. We're focusing Manetrik here. So here we go. Boop. And we are on this side over here. And then we're going to take this side over. And bam, we're back on this side. And we're going to see what the level is. Level 49 male. Look at that. Going to go back again. And let's see what we got for our Manetrik. It is, boom, 49 male. Go again, one more time. 50 male. So you can see that these spawns are changing. This pretty much, that is what you're going to be doing if you want to go for a Manetrik or an Electrike. Now, if you want to focus on just the Houndour and Houndooms in the left room here from the main entrance, so let's go just like this. They're going to be in this room right over here, right? So there is one Houndour, level 48 female, and a Houndoom, level 50 female. Okay, 48 female, 50 female. We're then going to take this teleporter like this, which is going to bring us up here. So this teleport brings us to up here, and then we're going to go to this teleport. So we'll go up, and now, take a look at this. Boop. We are now taking that up teleport like this, and it's bringing us all the way down here. And now we're getting spawns for the Houndour and Houndoom. So as you can see, they are right there. You can see them there. And we are pretty much just going to refresh that over and over again. So by spamming A, or using your macro controller, or using your 8-bit do controller, you are going to just continuously just spam this over and over again if you want to just really focus on that hunt with the Houndours and the Houndooms. Pretty simple. And by doing this, you'll end up getting some Shinies. Now for the ultimate technique to hunt a ton of shiny Pokemon. So this method I'm about to show you is going to cover mostly every single Pokemon except Electric and Manectric, but you now know a spot for those Pokemon. So follow along very closely. So first thing first, you're going to first go ahead and take this teleporter. And what we're going to do is run to the room where Ekans and Arbok are. So skip all these Pokemon here. Keep going, it doesn't matter. Go all the way to the part where we find Ekans and Arbok, just like this. Once they're spotted, you're then going to see them, spawn them in. Great, Arbok is spawned, Ekans is spawned. I'm then going to try to go to a little corner here. You're then going to teleport all the way home. Very simple. Great, that's done. Next thing on your list, you now want to go back here, take the teleporter again, and we're going to follow the exact same route again. But this time, we're not going to go all the way to Ekans and Arbok. We're just going to immediately hang left and get the Noivern to spawn. So here we go. We're in this room. We're here. We see the Noivern just like this. There's a Noivern. Okay, great. It spawned. I'm going to go back home. The next thing we're going to do is do exactly what I told you in the beginning of the game for the Doublade and Aegislash. You're going to run up to this door right here, and you're going to have those spawn in, and then you're just going to go back home again. Now, what we're going to do is just do a quick verify by taking the teleporter one more time. Let's see if they're there. They should be. Now that you're here, we're going to head to the left side. We're going to see a Noivern on the left there, and we're going to spawn in these two. All right, these guys are now spawned in. Great stuff. Now you're going to go back home again. So you spawned in the Houndooms and Houndours on the green side. Now we're going to go to the right side. and spawn in the next Pokemon. So once we spot this Houndoom, that's it, we're done. We go back home. And now you've officially set up your shiny hunting farm. So all you simply now need to do is just teleport over and over again. And in order to do this, we're just going to go ahead over here like this. And you're just going to tap A over and over and over again. And you can let that run on your macro, on your 8-bit controller. Just let it go play out. Or you can tap A all the time. And I'm going to see all of you guys back in about 2 hours or so to show you the shiny results. I'm going to be honest, I did not wait 2 hours at all. Maybe an hour and a half-ish. Let's see what shinies we get. All right, let's start checking from back here. Shiny? Okay, we got one shiny. We got two shiny. So the AG Slash and the Honedge worked. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got shiny. Did the Houndoom show up shiny? Houndoom shiny! What else we got shiny? Okay, Noivern did not show up as shiny. That's fine. No worries. Did our Ekans show up as shiny? Ah, not the Ekans this time. Okay, let's go back home, see what else we got shiny. Did the Houndoom on the right side show up as shiny? I think he did. I think we got this one. Yup. Boom! Houndoom on the right side showed up as shiny. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of Pokemon that can show up as shiny. Let's go left. Maybe we got one Noivern if we're lucky. Boom! We got a Noivern. Okay, sweet. And then we're going to go on the left side. Oh, snap! One Houndoom over... I'm coughing from all the excitement. So as you can see, the trick from Japan worked, everybody. And you can catch so many shinies in your game. We've gotten way too many Houndooms from this. All right, so yeah, the trick works. What's our box looking like? Mamma mia, that's a spicy box. So now that you know how to shiny hunt every Pokemon inside of Lysandre Labs, make sure to go ahead and check out this shiny hunting video on your screen. And come on, hit that subscribe button. You just learned some crazy stuff.